What traits should the Niners look for in safeties?
So safeties, you're talking about. To me, I'm going to put change of direction at the top. You're gonna need that reaction time for receivers coming out of their breaks. Acceleration. I put this ahead of speed. You've got a receiver coming at you, and that receiver is probably going to be at their top end speed because they've got 10 to 15 yards a head start. So you're going to need to get to once you change direction, you're going to need to get to your top end speed ASAP if to cover vertical routes. Then you have your speed, which we talked about with corners. Although I put it down on the list because you do have a cushion. And size because you're covering tight. You're probably going to be involved in covering tight end. Size certainly helps, but I'd put those other traits ahead of that. How they play in coverage and scheme. Okay, so we talked about with corners. How do they play within the coverage? Again, same thing. Whereas his eyes, and then you do need to be able to tackle as a safety because you are going to be involved in more run support. And even when balls are caught, not just run support, but when balls are caught, safeties are your safety to stop the play from turning into anything bigger. And then intelligence. Safeties tend to be the quarterbacks of the secondary and will be involved in making your coverage checks. They're in the middle of the field, so they can see the entirety of formations. And then coverage versatility. As a safety, you're going to be asked to play a number of different coverage concepts. So you have to have that versatility to do that. There are NFL teams that really play one coverage. I think the last one was maybe that Seattle team from years ago. But even then, there was some variety in their scheme. So you have to have that versatility.
Right. Like, can you play single high? Can you play split safety? Can you play robber? Can you play man-to-man over a tight end? Can you play man-to-man over a slot receiver? And the thing about Jimmy Ward is he can do all those things.
He can.
Jaquiski Tartt can do all except for the slot receiver. If only Jaquiski Tartt had the durability to match it, he'd be a Pro Bowler. And then finally, what about the turnover thing? What about the playmaker thing? Is that, again, something you can't really scout for?
I think you can, but like if you look at a guy like Jimmy Ward was a playmaker in college.
He really was.
Yeah. So I think you can scout for that. I mean, the guy you love the guy on the Chiefs, and I did too.
Thornhill. Yes, he was a playmaker in college. Juan Thornhill. Am I tripping?
Juan Thornhill. Juan Thornhill. Yes, Thornhill. But again,
did he ever come back, or did he miss the whole year?
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. He was good.
The thing about it is when those plays are made, if the ball's not being thrown at them or is not getting thrown at them a lot, they can't make the plays. That's the thing about secondary. Okay, it's defense. We love to say as defense coordinators, we don't want the offense reacting. We don't want to react to the offense. We want the offense reacting to us. But the nature of the game, they have the ball, so they literally have the initiative. So defense is by nature, it's reactive. So if the balls aren't being thrown at you, or then there's limited plays to be made. So I think that's why, to me, I'm looking at really positioning where the players position themselves and really are they able to play within the coverage and deny balls being even thrown before I'm even looking at can they make a play on it.